So guys, I'm Honorable Peter Salasia, the Member of Parliament of Mumias constituency, and I have the following to say in regard to the decision that His Excellency William Ruto, President, has said in terms of selling the shares of selling the shares of Safaricom. And I want to stand in solidarity with the rest of other Kenyans who believe with me that that decision is the worst decision that the President of the Republic of Kenya has ever made. He has made many mistakes, but this one is one of the worst decisions that he has made. In our culture, they always say that when you find a man who likes selling things, that man cannot go anywhere. When you find a man who keeps on like cookie, he cannot marry. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't like Kibaki anyway, but they don't like. So that is the character. When you find a person who wants to sell everything, like this Safaricom has been there. There was a reason why Kenya was part and parcel. There are sovereign things that our country cannot sell. Go to the British Airways. It's completely owned by the British government. Go to the American airline, completely owned by the American, because of the communication. Like you go to the Ethiopia, and you see Ethiopia, the Safaricom is one of the cheap blue companies in Kenya here. And Mumias Sugar, when it was privatized, in fact, before Mumias Sugar will be a very good example. Before privatization of Mumias was doing so well. Even its share was going to about like 60 shillings. But the moment it was privatized, that was the beginning of the collapse of Mumias. And one of the things that we are going to lose by, let me just read through what we are going to lose as we think about this thing called the new shareholders in Safaricom will take over board seats. That's number one. Voting rights, and therefore take over influence over big decisions, including employment, which will definitely affect Kenyan employees at Safaricom. Two, it amounts to liquidation or sale of the country's wealth. Just like when you sell family property like land or cows, you leave them poorer. Safaricom has grown largely due to contribution from Kenya taxpayers who buy airtime, M-Pesa handlers, we have M-Pesa handlers, etc. Loss of control over the company and future direction. Strategic concerns. Safaricom is one of our blue chip companies. Number four, change in company culture, values of business practices, including corporate social responsibility. Safaricom may no longer be obliged to support Kenyans on issues like scholarship, assistance during disaster. The big shareholder may want to change Safaricom reputation or brand image. And that is what is happening. Like now, people like Kina Defki, what's happening in the cement industry? They are now taking away our money. When they collapsed Bamburi being owned by government, they are now investing that money in Uganda. They are now investing that money to Ethiopia. I was in Ethiopia recently, and Ethiopia cannot allow, they can only allow, everything must be their own. They cannot even allow, So we are saying that this decision is going to affect this country so positively. And we are saying that when that thing comes in the parliament, yes, they have passed that bill, but that gives them powers, but it has to come to the house, to the parliament. We are not going to accept that nonsense. We cannot do that. We must look for another alternative of raising funds, but not selling sovereign things. Kibaki hakuuza, Moi hakuuza, Uhuru hakuuza, alafu wewe unataka kuuza. Na hata mnanga transparent ya pesa ya Kenya inaenda wapi? Hapana, nimekataa.